You're fine?
This is the? Yeah. This is the Tigers. Okay? This is the Tigers on April 7th? 8th? Wow, okay, this is the 8th. Yes, 2019. So today, we were talking a lot about stretch and like how to use that. And so we're talking about all different levels of stretch and different sizes of stretch. But that if two bodies are moving away from each other, the best way to do it is to use a leverage. So we're talking about practicing from here, and we were also practicing from here. Okay, and then in the end, I think we did this, and then we also did this one in here. Okay, so we were just talking about how long that stretch can go. So a stretch can be from it can be really light, okay, but it has to make sense for the movement. So if I'm going back and it's really light at the end point, it can be really light, but then the coming forward part is really light as well. If I'm going to be jumping, then there's going to be a stretch, and at the end of it, there's an engagement to stop and get ready for the next thing, and there's a pull to come forward, okay? So there I was trying to, right, so within that, I can do really light ones or really strong ones, and I can start off really strong, okay? But the end point, you have to be holding on with your hand and your core, okay, and that has to be matching. At the same time, you have to take into consideration that, like, when we engage, there's a contraction, and so, like, you have to leave space for the contraction. You'll get used to that. If we both went back and didn't leave space for the contraction, we would end up doing that into our toes, okay? So you naturally leave space for the contraction if you're doing it by yourself, okay? Then we were practicing like me pulling, but just using that stretch at the end, okay, to make myself jump, okay? And again, that can be any level of energy we want it to be, okay? So then we danced into this part at the end. We went here, shook, shook. So we went to that, and we were just talking about playing with just the different energies here, okay? And then I can keep this really closed, and I can pull from this and not make her move, but then it affects her styling, okay? And I can release it when I come back, or I could have gone out, made this a stop, but then made it nice and open. Yeah, sorry, but then made it nice and open, meaning release it, right? So when I had that stretch to get this stop in this position, cool, but I could, if I want, when I come in, I can release all that, so then she's got some playtime as I'm coming in. So if I'm doing a turn in here, she can jump, do all kinds of stuff as I'm coming in, right? Because I've stopped, but if I keep this, you know, I can keep this all different levels of energy. If I keep that in here, and she has to like keep that, and it's going to limit what she can do. She's going to be able to style like maybe like this or like this, but not with a jump or a spin. Okay? We're talking about that's the same thing in out and in. So when we're doing that out and in stuff, I can lead a lot of this stuff. Okay, meaning where I'm just leading to the in and then to the out, and just connecting at the end points. But I can also ask for a leverage the whole time we're actually moving with my, okay? And that's going to make it a lot more closed. So as I'm doing those moments, I'm changing energies at the end point, but I'm also keeping a leverage the whole time as we're moving, okay? It changes the pulse and flattens it out a bit, and it also changes what's possible. Like the fellow can jump, go ahead and put that jump in, you remember what you're doing? Like a big jump. Doesn't matter, just go for it. This is really open. Yeah, okay? On any one of those parts, boom, boom, on the in or the out, on either one, you can change it a lot, but like in the one that has that engagement, yeah, and that constant engagement, you can't change things as much, okay? It does create other things, but like, it's gonna create different things with the feet instead of jumping stuff. Then we did some twisting stuff with a cross, chuck, chuck, boom, okay? There, and there, okay? Out, out, out. We went on the other side from a swivel, tuck, 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 tuck. Okay? And you can change that in all kinds of ways. You can put little pulses in as you're going through. You come here. The point was to have that jump and cross and this unwind go through here and then go back through that contra body again. Okay? Yeah, then we did a turn at the end, so we went 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry.
Wow!
And none together. This
Whoa.
looks all right now. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry.
Nice, woman, yeah.
It's all good. It's all good. We're both trying to do it. It's good. It's very good. It looked good, but I was turning too. No, we ended up in the same spot. It's good. Very good. Tigers. Roar.
Huh? Tigers.